What's up? What's up? Good evening. I had some maybe interesting things to talk about today. I I feel like I'm reaching a crossroads, reaching a intersection in the road. And for context, I am building a software for YouTube creators, and I've been scaling it the last month, maybe. No, that's a lie. Like 3 weeks, I think. And I've been so deep in the weeds of like, okay, I need to get this done. I need to optimize this. I need to fix this. I need to scale this up to, make sure this is um, just deep in the tasks. And I'm reaching the end of this kind of feature, I guess you could say, of work. And I'm realizing that I'm at that point. Maybe you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm at that point where, like, I don't know what analogy I can use, but when you're doing something and you get to that like 80-90% and you start getting to the diminishing returns of, okay, everything is like right now, everything is working well. Honestly, kind of to my surprise. The pages all load well, the queries are working well, the jobs are quick, they're optimized. It's like the work that I've done has produced this product, and I am proud of it, with an asterisk, which is part of the thing that I wanted to talk about. So I feel like I'm at that diminishing returns place where it's like, okay, you know, some of these tasks that I've laid out that I had like, just thrown on in my notes. It's like, okay, I should parallelize and optimize this, you know, job or like process or whatever. And I look at it, I'm like, honestly, it's like pretty good already. So, and there's just a whole bunch of other smaller stuff, little things and whatever. I don't even know. Then I'm like, I think it was 2 days ago or yesterday. I think it was yesterday when I sat down and partially with help from uh, shoot, I'm losing track. Monday, when I just worked like an hour and a half and then spent, I don't know, 5 hours with chatting with family. That was a helpful reset for my mind, that I came back fresh and I was like, okay, what am I doing here? What needs to happen and what can be done later? Because I'm getting to that point where not all of this is crucial. And so the biggest issue that I see right now is, and I cleaned up some of this today, but basically I have a set of relevant, quote unquote, relevant videos and title formats that I have partially manually, partially automatedly selected as these are good quality videos and formats. But the problem is there's an asterisk there, which is like half of them are good and half of them are kind of unrelated and not super helpful. And so one of the biggest issues, well, I think the most pressing issue right now is that I want some better way to, one, generate and systematize finding these relevant videos so that I can present them to the user and have it be meaningful and helpful. But also figure out what my criteria are exactly for how to generate this, and how to, yeah, just how to find them and how to analyze them and what the criteria are, you know? And I don't know how to solve that off the top of my head. And I think it's going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of thought to actually figure that out. But even then, I was like, okay, this would be the most, like, this is the next piece that was still part of this kind of feature. But the next thing after this, I'm working on adding user accounts and connecting with Stripe so that people can actually pay for this product. And that's like really important. But so it's like, okay, we got a couple things, and then a whole bunch of like little stuff. And then the other thing, I was like, there's a guy that joined my wait list and like wants in. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess there's a third door here, which is I have a working product. And I have, if I do it correctly, I have enough quota that I can handle it. My big problem right now is that the one thing that requires a lot of quota, which I'm very restricted by, and I'm still waiting for the YouTube team, which, if you're following along, they did respond, I think, a couple days ago or a week ago. It was something like that, a couple days ago, and they were like, assured me that the request is still live, and we're still waiting for the analytics team or like whatever. And I'm like, oh my god. So, but I'm getting back to that, like, if you were here in early August, Granada, those videos, getting back to that mindset of like screw this, I'm just gonna keep going, I'm just gonna figure it out and figure out how to make this work without needing to wait. Like, I'm just gonna take action and figure out how to do this. And so back to my point, the thing that takes the most quota is the initial like onboarding, you could say, of a user, because I throw quota at figuring out how to my custom AI algorithm basically find other channels that are relevant to each creator. And but after that, the quota is like so minimal. So it's like, I just need to, if I can get like a wait list and just like filter in people, then as they're using it, like, I can sustain that, I can sustain that. So that we can make this work. And so back to door 3 is, I'm you could say I'm done scaling. I've gone through the trough of breaking everything and then fixing everything. It's working. It's fixed. There's not really any reason why I can't onboard and get more users and have people using this and getting more feedback and making the product better. And so now I'm like, okay, what do I do here? I have 3 doors, and it's like, I made this connection, I think, while I was working out a little bit before this. It's like, I can focus on, I don't know, the correct terminology is not coming to mind immediately, but it's like lead generation. So getting more leads into the funnel, which would be literally going back to marketing reach outs. Oh, my heater is turning on. I'm going to turn it off. I could focus on retention, which is make the results and make the product better for the small number of users that I do have, and for which would help when I onboard more users, more people would stick around. So lead generation, retention, or like monetization, which would be focusing on getting the user accounts set up, getting Stripe set up, just like having that foundation in place. And maybe I was just thinking, as I did that kind of diagram, it's like, okay, lead generation, doing more reach outs, retention, making the product and results better, or setting up user accounts and Stripe and payments. I think one of the thoughts that I had was, as I was doing that, I feel like the natural answer would be lead generation, like the top of the funnel, because if it's dry right now, then there's not really any point to focusing on monetization or retention if there are no leads or very few leads. And I still, if you were here 2-ish weeks ago, I was on the top of a mountain, sitting in my chair, talking about this one user who I know who's building a YouTube course. I don't know what the status of that is, but I'm still chatting with him. So we're going to see what the deal is there. But would that change things? Because if he messages me tomorrow and he's like, oh yeah, I'm done with the course and like ready to go live, like, are you ready to like go? I'll be like, actually, maybe. And that is the work that I did the last 3 weeks, so that I could actually say potentially yes. And so I think in that case, okay, step back. It seems like the natural next answer would be lead generation. But as I think about it, I have like less than a week left in this chapter before some things change, which will be exciting. And there's not really, besides getting feedback, I mean, the results need to be better. That's my own perfectionism saying that. The non-perfectionism side of me says they're good enough, and that's not even the main focus feature of your product. So why don't you let your users tell you that, oh, hey, no, this is a cool concept, but like the results kind of need to be better. Why don't you wait for them? Fair point. The user accounts also like really need to happen because your boy's not making this for free, and I have no way of charging people. So maybe I just hop skippity jump on over to that, because that I think that would complete this. And I wouldn't be done, obviously, but at that point, it's like the full loop, the full foundation is set. Have a product. It's scaled and can be scaled even further horizontally. And I can get users, get accounts, get emails, and get payments. And it's like that. That's a business right there. Have a product and have a way to make money. Boom, boom, business. So maybe I will do that. Because the one thing, I'll try to wrap this up quickly, but maybe not quickly, promptly. The other thing I kind of wanted to share for those who are still here, you get the juicy news. This guy on my wait list. I ran the channel, like I ran the results on his channel, um, and so he's like his is ready to go. I literally just need to email him, basically. But on top of that, because I don't have a personal relationship with him, and my product has grown, so that there's multiple features, there's kind of like stuff going on. I and this is one of the pieces of feedback that I got from someone else. It would be helpful to have a demo video, and so I'm not quite ready to make a product demo video and throw it on the landing page, but I was just gonna give him like a custom, just rundown 5-minute kind of thing today, and it went not well. Basically, so there are a couple things. The first thing is I'm scared because this is not someone I've gotten like a warm up. I haven't warmed them up. This is someone I don't even know where they came from. It might have been like a referral from one of the guys that's using it, but I don't know what his expectations are. I haven't warmed him up. I don't know what problem he has. I don't know like what he's interested in. And so I feel like the bar is set very high to where I want things to be like as best as I can make them. Which again, we're talking about like the diminishing returns part of this process. And so in order to make that happen, it's like, oh well, the results need to be better, the queries need to be faster, which I've already done. It's really just like the results need to be better, and so that's what I've been working on the past like 2 or 3 days. And so today, finally, I was like, okay, I'm gonna record this demo and just like send it to like just face the fear and just send it. Like it's out of my control. I've done what I can do as long as like the product works, and I took one take and I was like, I don't know what to say. Like what do I even say? What do I start with? What needs explanation? What doesn't need explanation? And halfway through, ended up scrapping it and then started another one, and then went through like the channel, whatever. I was like, oh yeah, and then click here and it'll start generating like custom video ideas just for you. And 2 seconds later, the job fails, and I was like, "Oh my god!" It's like, stop. And went in, had to fix it, and then ran out of time. So I can feel the tension. It's just like I am engineer. I am not social marketer. Um, and so another reason, and I have to like check my own bias, is I don't want to reach out to people. But I have to, you know? It's just like you have to do it. You will face the fear and you will get over it. That there's no option. There's no, I don't want to. Like, you will do it. And so it's a matter of like the friction and not the, can I skirt around this? So yeah, I have to check my bias in going back to the 3 doors situation. It's like, okay, well, is lead generation not important because I don't want to do it and it's uncomfortable? Or is it really not the highest priority and use of my time right now? And that I don't know. So anyway, this video has been on for too long. But if you're still here, thank you for watching and listening. This is my life. This is what I'm going through. And it's been interesting. I think I was talking about this yesterday. As I've been, like, the last 3 weeks, I feel like was just kind of a blackout. It was just kind of like, what even happened? Because I was just so in the weeds. It was like everything was broken, trying to fix everything, trying to do this whole like huge refactor of my code base, and then finishing it, deploying it, and then figuring out that that doesn't work, and so I have to like fix it and whatever. And it's just like this state of chaos, at least from the internal. I don't think it looked like that from my product's perspective. Maybe you probably know that it was chaos, but I feel like I'm at this, like, I'm coming up here, and I'm coming up to breathe, and I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. This works well, and it's actually useful for me. And so the confidence has been low the last couple weeks, but I can feel it start to climb up, and I want to like jump on that momentum. So anyway, I'll be excited to watch this video back one day when I have quota, when I have many users paying me. That day may be very soon. It will be very soon. See you tomorrow.